Good morning, LeGrand. Welcome to the Morning Drip. I am Mike Sturber. I'm here with Brian Wallace, another local filmmaker in the area, and we're gonna shoot each other. We're gonna do a dual interview, dual camera style, dual filmmaker, mano a mano interview here in a minute. So, thanks for tuning in. Here we are. We're shooting each other.
Bam.
Bam. I'm here with Brian Wallace, fellow filmmaker, and the reason we're doing this is because this weekend is the 48-hour film project.
Or as I like to call it, the Don't Sleep Ever film project.
The Don't Sleep Ever film project.
Which is also a good project.
Yeah, totally. So last year, Brian and I both did some. Is my camera in my face?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. Last year, Brian and I were each participating filmmakers in the film project, and this year we're going to be as well. So, dude, your film last year was awesome. Tell me about it. Or tell the people about it who haven't seen it.
For those of you that missed out on Vampire Pioneers from Lake Terror, it was actually a last second bit of terror. I'd written, last year we had the genres early, was really different thing, but it kind of was against me that way. Like when we got the genres early, I had like a month to think about it. It really screwed me over. I wrote like a 60-page horror script that we looked at and we're like, there's no way we can shoot this, nor would anyone want to show a 60-page script in a short film festival. So my brother and I sat down and wrote Vampire Pioneers the night before we shot in about 2 hours. And that worked out, yeah, that worked out much better. So that was fun film, and it was basically a riff on Ed Wood. Yeah. Ed Wood films. I'm a huge fan of Plan 9 from Outer Space, and I wanted to make my own version of that. So
awesome.
So there was.
I think they did a Mystery Science Theater 3000 on Plan 9.
They did finally, which was like about time for that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It was kind of the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I really enjoyed Vampire Pioneers from Lake Terror, as did everyone who was there.
It was fun. I think the fact that there was booze involved helped a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching people drink, and I was like, keep doing that, please. You'll like it better.
Absolutely. When it comes to playing live music, that's kind of our motto too. Like, the more you drink, the better you sound.
Hey, it's true. Booze greases the wheel there.
Yeah.
But yours, by the way, I really liked the interview we had with I wound up using Heidi in mine,
right,
or Jay's, and you wound up using JJ in yours, so it was really cool. Like, that's one of the things I like about the 48 Hour Film Festival, is you can get actors that are in almost every single thing. It's like a great trade-off. But yours was great. I mean, you got a short story and everything that wound up like in half. You adaptated.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, I got lucky.
How did you find that?
I teamed up with Jamie Gustafson, and she had the little book. We were trying to come up with ideas. We had drawn romantic comedy. And I was like, what are we going to do for a romantic comedy?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I've got this little book I made a long time ago. Do you want to look at it? I looked at it and I was like, this is perfect. Let's just make up a scene for each page in this little book.
So how'd you go about shooting that? Did you like roll out a script? Or did you have the actors kind of look at the book and go from the book? Or what did you do, like style-wise? How'd you shoot?
Yeah, we really just wrote a short little script, just kind of outline for each page. There was a page that says, she was lazy or something like that. So we're like, okay, well, let's shoot her just kind of hanging out in the house and we'll narrate it later. And so I just kind of did the narration at the very end. Yeah.
So then your actors were kind of like, do you have like specific things for them to do? Because I love like the little things they would do. Like Heidi was like picking up stuff on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, and it was really sort of run and gun, just out of my head. Kind of, I'd set up the camera and I'd kind of walk around Jamie's house and say, why don't you kiss the toy sheep here? And so Heidi was great. She just kind of went around and did whatever kind of came into my head, whether she understood why or not. And then,
that's another great thing about the collaboration with actors in 48. Well, because sometimes when you're directing, like, and you have a long time, you can tend to, again, overthink things. I think it really helps with, like, and you can just literally be like, okay, here's my idea, and you come up with your own thing to glue onto it, and it usually winds up being a great thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and that's, so here's what we want to drive home for this episode of The Morning Drip. As you know, in The Morning Drip, we get coffee and we talk about what's going on this week in LeGrand. And this week, there's a lot of stuff going on, so check out the calendar. But the film project kickoff party is Friday at 8 p.m. right here at White House Coffee. So if you have, whether or not you've ever made a film or been involved in one, if you want to act, if you want to hold a microphone, if you want to help carry stuff, if you want to help like come up with a story for the team that you're involved in.
All needed.
Yeah, and we need everybody, and everyone is welcome to participate. So just show up here at White House Coffee, 8 o'clock. There's no commitment. Even if you just want to come and hang out and meet the filmmakers, we'll be here, and so will, all the other filmmaking teams and anyone else who's interested. So I'm excited. This is the third year we've done it, and it just keeps getting better every
I
year.
was gonna say the films get better. The first
Yeah.
year they were good. Second year, last year I could really like all the films were quality. There was
Yeah.
not a bad one in the bunch.
Absolutely,
Awesome.
yeah. And as a filmmaker, I really enjoy making movies, and you get busy, and I've been working on a script for so long that just kind of sits in my computer, and I come back to it every now and then. But give me a deadline, and I'll get something done.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, this is the third year in a row. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to make a movie, and I have to make a movie because
Yeah.
once it starts, it's getting finished.
You're
And
locked in, yeah.
Yep, and that urgency of the deadline really gets some good stuff out of people, I think.
No, it works really well.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for doing half of the camera work on this.
It was great. I think I wandered a couple times over to the right. So
Yeah, me too. We might be a little wavy.
It's alright.
But,
It would look indie.
Yeah, very indie. We're just
Nice.
it's stylized.
That's right.
So
I'm meant to do that.
cool. Well, hey, I'm Mike,
And I'm Brian.
and thanks for watching the Morning Drip. Welcome to LeGrand Life.